So today I wanted to go through and show you how to use this really cool tape measure, basically like a tape measure from the future, it feels like. The company did send me this for this review, but I've been really impressed with this thing and wanted to kind of give you my thoughts on it after using it for a couple different projects. So the first thing that I like is it does come with this nice little case so you can keep this in your toolbox and not worry about it. And then it does also, when you take this out, you can see it has a little rubber case around it as well. So if you go through and drop this, it can help protect that, which is another thing that I really appreciate. Inside of the box, you will notice that it does have a lanyard as well if you wanted to wrap that around this, and then it is chargeable, so it takes a USB to USB-C here, which it's like a little thing, but even opening up the USB is kind of satisfying. You can see it has this little like just switch here, so you go through and open that up, and then there is the USB. Now as far as what this thing can do, it can measure anything basically. Now in order to use it, you can just go through and hold down this button. You can see it will turn on for you. And then there's a couple different things here. This is like kind of the main measure, and then it'll show you the left and the right, kind of the distance between those two. And then right here in the middle, I think this is really nice. You can see that's a level, so you can know whether this is level or not. Typically, I like to put this on the floor when I'm going through and measuring, just to make sure that it is level. But it is nice. You can see if I tip it up this way, this bar tells me, hey, you're on level, buddy. You need to kind of go through and change that out. Now, the way that this works is it shoots a laser out of either here, this way, the right side, the left side, or the top, or both, or all three if you wanted it to. So when I go through and turn this thing on, it will turn on the lasers here, and I'm gonna just kind of move the camera around here, but you can see when I point it over there, you can see it's putting that laser all the way over that way. And it's also pointing a laser out this way as well and giving me a measurement of those. So you can see you get the laser in place and then you click it, and then it will take the measure for not only the left side, but also the right side. Now that's probably one of the most common ways to use it, but how I actually found to be more useful than measuring both ways is to actually just measure one way at a time. So in order to do that, you just hit the clear button here, and then you click on this, you have your two lasers going, and then what you can do is, if you click one of these buttons right here, you can either turn on or off the left or right laser. So this is to turn off the, let me point this over here. So if I wanted to take that laser off, I just took the other one off, sorry, and then I can only make it so I'm only measuring one way. So you can see now it's only measuring the one thing right there. And what's cool is when you have it in that mode, you can just get it in right place. And this is one thing that I was worried about. I was like, well, if I'm in a tight place that I'm going against a wall or something, and I wanted the full measurement of the wall, it takes the measurement from the back of the device. So it takes into account how long this thing is. So if I point this at this wall and I click measure here, you can see I get a beep, and then that wall is 18.3 feet away from me. So they thought about everything when it comes to measuring this. And then it does also have the laser that goes up at the top. So if I wanted to set this thing down, like say I wanted to clear this off and then also have it come up at the top, you can see now there's a laser going up at the top as well that you can go through and measure. Now, a couple other things that is nice about this is it does have a unit. Let me clear that off. It does have a unit measurement here, so you can go through and adjust the units to feet or inches or some of these other things that I don't even know like what that one is, but I think it's, I don't even know what that is, but it's feet, meters, or inches. I just like to keep it in feet. And then you can go through and also change the mode. So there's all sorts of different modes that you can have this on. This is probably for more advanced people. And then also when you do go through and give a measurement, if you wanted the memory on this thing, you can click here and it will show you the memory of the last measurement that you did. So you can hold that down and then you can see it shows the last measurement that we had. And then a couple other things, there's this button over here for the inches, so this will make the lines, I believe that adjusts the lines, and then this will make the display bigger or smaller when you go through and hold that down. So very, very versatile measurements. It makes it incredibly easy. That way, instead of having to grab a tape measure, roll it all the way over there, I can just grab this thing, put it on the floor, make sure it's level, and then shoot it over, and it gives me the measurements. And you don't have to worry about if you're butting it up against a wall or anything, because it takes into consideration the measurement of the device itself. So can't recommend this thing enough. A great little tool to have in your toolbox.